everyone. As Paris was saying, everyone calls me Maria. I'm actually Sophia. I'm the other one. I'm the niece. And I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you a little bit kind of the evolution of Google for Startups, but also I'm really excited to be here celebrating the 10 years of South Summit, a project that we started together with my aunt, Maria Benjumea, 10 years ago in the middle of a deep economic crisis when nobody really believed that this today could be possible. We started then, and at that time also, Google for Startups, a small team within Google, was also starting its global endeavor, and they were supporting South Summit from the very, very beginning. So I'm doubly excited to be here today with you. So why we do this at Google for Startups, we do this because we believe that really startups, most of you entrepreneurs, are the engines of economic growth. You create jobs, you create opportunities, you bring innovation, you solve the biggest problems that society is facing. And we are committed, more than ever, to support startups and to support entrepreneurs. Because Google started as a startup. And if we had started 20 years ago, somewhere else that it was not Silicon Valley, probably we would not have become the company that Google is today. So we started this really to prove that we could bring the same strength and foster ecosystems across the world. And during COVID, we were forced to close the doors of one of our biggest assets, which was our campuses. But we didn't stop our mission, a mission that was even more relevant than ever during the crisis, which was to level the playing field for founders across the globe and help them grow and go global by giving them access to the best of Google. Because as I was saying, we really believed by fostering ecosystems and helping startups beyond the US, we would be able to allow those startups to go global and become the next Google. And when we had to close our spaces and our campus here in Madrid, we were actually forced to do something that we were constantly wishing for, which was to be able to go beyond the walls of campus. And we were forced to do it. And it was a great opportunity, actually, because going remote allowed us to go further and to go actually bigger. We managed to grow in just 2021. We managed to accelerate 45 startups, close to 100 in the 2 years of the pandemia. And this made us triple our base of alumni startups. And with our programs, we focused on sectors. We focused on e-commerce, on health. We decided to go by verticals, and that enabled us to even get better at bringing the best of Google to the founders. We launched a new program, Growth Academy, which was focused on really helping startups grow, acquire the users, and go global by bringing them experts from Google. And by going through verticals, we were giving founders access to the best experts in different technologies and different industries, also within Google. We reached more. We went wider, but we were losing when we were missing the magic of campus, of bringing people together, the magics that we're sensing here today. And luckily, after 2 years, we reopened our campus in March with a big focus on our alumni, on our partners, Seed Rocket and Tintuan Valley, but also a big focus on being this one-stop shop for Google through our space. We're really focused again on diversity and social impact. By actually also going remote through the crisis, we learned another opportunity, which was at the beginning, only 30% of our startups were from outside of Madrid. And thanks to the pandemia, we managed to shift the numbers. And now 70% of our startups are actually part of other regions of Spain, which is one of our biggest values and strengths in the Spanish ecosystem. Another transition of what we do is we realized that for Google was kind of a little bit of a chaos for any user, any startup. There were too many things, too many doors. So we decided to do an effort internally to organize the way our mission as a company is to organize the world's information. At Google for Startups, we decided to try to organize all the teams and all the products at Google that were available for you, for the founders, and organize them around a platform, around Google for Startups, to make it accessible and easier to reach for you, the founders. And now our offering is very simple. So we have Startup School as a scale approach, and then we focus on 2 pillars: Growth Academy, as I was saying, which is focused on helping you get access to the best experts to help us get to your user and go global, access to analysts that give you insights about the best insights on the market, insights on the industry, insights about your users. And then Founders Academy, which is a program focused on leadership, on well-being, on getting to know who you are as a leader, the culture you want to set, to be more efficient, and to take care of yourself first as a leader. Why we do this, as I was saying at the beginning, because we really believed in the potential of the Spanish ecosystem. Campus Madrid and our team present here was the fourth to open across the globe. After UK, Israel, and Seoul, we opened in Madrid. We saw the potential, and in this 10 years, the evolution has been insane. This is just last year. And one of the things that drive us crazier is that there's still so much to do to bring diversity and inclusion into our ecosystem. Still, depends on the but we still have between 14 and 18% only female founders that are participating in competitions such as this, or that are overall in our ecosystem. The representation is very, very low. And this is why we put a big, big focus on diversity in our programs. And just as a snapshot of the impact of our startups and how we believe in the multiplier effect of founders and entrepreneurs, just in 2021, despite that it was the recommended, our startups created close to 1,000 jobs. And they raised 90 million. And one thing that we're especially proud is that we managed to create a community of alumni, 48% of which are female founders. And now, the next program that we're going to be launching, the applications are actually open right now, is for founders that are working to tackle one of the most biggest challenges that we're facing as a society. So we just launched Growth Academy. This is for sustainability. The program will start in September, and it's really, again, to focus on helping this startup grow and go global. And just as a snapshot, this is just about us in Spain. I also lead our efforts in Europe, Middle East, and Africa, so this is our presence. We're a global network, with global footprint, with partners across the globe and with teams across the globe, with a very, very, very strong focus in Europe. And one of the two things that we are also more excited about are our newly launched Founds. As I was saying, we're really focused on, as a team, we have the chance to be able to put the spotlight in founders, regions, or groups that are having less access to finance. And this is why we launched last year the first Black Founders Fund, which is a non-equity. There are grants. We have deployed them in the US, in Europe, in Africa, and in Brazil. And out of the 16 million that we have invested globally, that we have granted throughout the globe, these startups have now raised 200 million in follow-on investment. And just a couple of months ago, given the war in Ukraine, we launched the Ukraine Support Fund. Again, non-equity grants to ensure that the Ukrainian startup ecosystem could not only survive, but thrive through the situation. And I really want to finish by thanking you and inviting you tomorrow to please participate in the Pitch for Ukraine, where we have 4 of our startups that we're going to be participating and that we're going to be pitching. So if you or your investors are around, please invite them to come. We really can get together all as a global and European ecosystem and help those that are more in need. So thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.